Hey everybody, hope you guys doing alright. So here I decided to take it upon myself to just go ahead and list as many off the top of my head foods and foods as I usually call it, whether it's a nut or a fruit or a veggie or a dish. Like as you can see out here, I got a bunch of Italian dishes, and you got Mexican dishes over here, and we got pizza dishes over here, and then all different types of cultural dishes: Indian cuisine, American, Irish, da 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 da, on and on. But also smoothies. I definitely want to get into offering up smoothies for people, and also integrating, if they want to, just to have the option for people to put nuts and things like that nature inside the smoothies. Essentially, as anything that they is able to be put into a smoothie, I'd like that to be open and available for them to do so at affordable prices. Excuse me. So anyways, and then I started doing some thinking. I was like, vertical farm growing systems, like, this is something that Joshua told me about when we first met, and I do think that there's, especially if there's a way that we can utilize, like, so theoretically, one of the biggest issues with them, there's two things. One is the electrical costs and the water that's needed for these systems, because when you grow traditionally, the rain that fall, well, not all farming operations, a lot of them do have their own water hookups, but ideally you'd have the rain. That's how you would water your plants, is through the rain, the natural process of the hydraulic cycle and all this and that. But with vertical farm growing systems, you have to have a way to, you have to have some type of a water feed and a setup to water all your plants, because it's inside and it's artificial. Essentially it is what it is. But it is very efficient when it comes to space, and because we're living in such tumultuous times with all different types of threats all over the place, by using vertical farm growing systems and utilizing the efficiency when it comes to space that's required for them, it makes it easier for us to protect them and also just, get everything closer together. So it's like, because I was like, okay, well, if you're going to grow trees and nuts and all this and that, you're going to have you'd have a bunch of different trees all over the country growing in areas that are conducive for that particular tree, which is ideal for the growing, but it's not ideal tactically, like, for this operation, especially because it's going to be, military largely based. You're going to want as much as you can all together so you can defend it easier. So by using a vertical farm growing system, you could have, you could plant a little seedling for like a hazelnut tree or something, for instance. And once that hazelnut seedling gets to a certain point, you could then relocate it or retransplant it to a greenhouse area that's cultivated and designed specifically for that tree or those types of trees. And in that greenhouse area, you could then grow the tree, or you could just put it outside if the area that you guys are in happens to be conducive for growing that particular tree. That's the ideal thing, is to just put it outside, as long as there's space too. But some of these situations and these movements, these projects are going to be done inside cities, so there's just going to be not as much space as you have outside of the cities. So that's another reason why utilizing vertical farm growing systems and greenhouse type growing methods it could be extremely beneficial and vital for just the overall efficiency and success for this movement, just based on those reasons I just said. Sorry if I sound a little scrambled today. I've been up, I didn't really sleep last night, but yeah, so I don't know if I already told you guys, but this is just off the top of my head, all the different types of foods and cuisines I'd like to offer. So, oh yeah, and then also with the vertical farm growing systems, I don't know if did I already talk about this? I might have, but again, if we can utilize the local rivers and the water that comes from the rivers, and also the momentum that comes from the current of the rivers, you would be able to get the water needed to grow your vertical farm growing systems, because it needs the water from somewhere else. And you can also generate electricity from the movement of the current and turning the water turbines. And you can also have a filter to make sure the water is being filtered as well also. So just integrating the natural resources we have at hand all around us as well as we can is just going to help everything move a little bit better, and it's also going to be more efficient. And so it's also about that it helps raise the vibration instead of extracting and taking water from other places that's been polluted or maybe not polluted, or it's damming other places, or because a lot of times, like cities, they take water from other areas of the world, and it destabilizes that area. So if we were to do this, it wouldn't be as destabilizing, because it would still be in the same general area. It may not be in the exact same river, but it's still going to be in the same, part of the country. So it's not as destabilizing, in my opinion. And then it's also going to a good use to help perpetuate good food for everybody else. It's also going to a good cause, perpetuating good businesses, and da-da-da-da. So, all right, anyways, I love you guys. Hope you have a good day. All right, bye.